Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a recap video sharing all 8 of the cards I made for my Tiny Gingerbread Stamp Set of the Month series in November. We're gonna go over them. I'm also gonna share with you my planning process. A lot of you ask, where do you get your ideas? And I'm gonna show you how I brainstorm and how I plan out my cards for Stamp Set of the Month series and really any card that I make. I am also making a bonus card in today's video. It's a 9th card with the Tiny Gingerbread stamp set. I had one more idea I just had to do, and I thought it'd be fun to include a card making video in this whole thing. And also it is time to announce the winner of last week's card giveaway, the Magic Iris card. The winner's name will appear across the screen right now. Congratulations, Hazel. I will be sending out the cards at the end of this month after this video goes out. And also I am announcing the December Stamp Set of the Month series at the end of today's video and showing you what I will be making next month. Well, what I'll be using to create cards next month. And lastly, I wanted to announce a very special video coming out tomorrow on Monday, the 30th of November. It is my 5K celebration. So because of you, I have reached 5,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, and I just wanted to say thank you. So tomorrow's video, I'm calling a variety show, and it's a special thank you video just for you. There will be prizes given away and special guests, so I hope that you will tune in and check that out tomorrow, my 5K celebration variety show. Okay, so now we're gonna jump in and look at my brainstorming and planning process and the cards I made and the new card and the new stamp set of the month. So let's get started. Okay, this is my planning book, my brainstorming book, my idea book. I love that it's spiral bound, so I can just have it lay flat like this. And here is my brainstorm list for Tiny Gingerbread Stamp Set of the Month, November 2020. So this is where I just write down all my ideas. Like, it's a brainstorm list, so anything goes. We can do the reveal wheel with the house die. And I wrote down that I wanted to do a slimline versus A2, which I did. Coffee or cocoa cups with shakers, which I didn't do. That turned into a pull tab. So that sometimes those things become the exact cards, and other times it's just a brainstorm list and it gives me a place to jump off with an idea. All right, so then once I have an idea I want to go with, then that's where I sketch out my card. So I'm writing down all my ideas. Some of them, again, do become the card, and other of the ideas get changed up or just don't happen. So here I wrote that I wanted to do the background with Pan Pastel Resist, with red, and then I would add liquid stardust to it. I wanted to use pattern paper, which I did. I put 4 cups here, but in the end, I actually needed 5. And then, you know, the artwork does not matter. It is all about just sketching out the idea, getting it out of my head, seeing what I can add in and what I can make work. Sometimes I don't get things to scale. Most times I don't. Here's my little A2 version I did down here, and I will show you those cards now so you can see, you know, they are pretty much like the sketch. The sentiment got moved, and you know, it's just a little bit different. I added some things in and around the cup on this one, and yeah, but it is really helpful to me to have this step done and get my idea here and then get it onto paper. So here is card number 1 from episode 1, where the little gingerbread man is on the pull tab and gets dunked in and out of the cup. This was not in my original plan. It's just an idea that came to me after brainstorming everything. So it got added here, and I love how this turned out. I love that it has all the cups in there. We've got different things going on in each one, and I had a ton of fun making it, which is what it's all about. Enjoying it. You can see the liquid stardust there, the little candies. Oh my word, so cute. All right, so then I made the A2 version, and it has the same pull tab mechanism with the little dunker. And we've got all the little things in and around here. One thing after I made this that I thought I probably could have put 3 cups in here, and it's just another idea for this card. And then you could have had like the, you know, green and a blue cup, and it would have just made it more full. But it's just a, you know, like I said, another idea for this. So this card is the one being given away. The winner will appear across the bottom of the screen right now. And these cards will be going out at the end of this video to the winners. So make sure and watch for those coming in your mailbox if you were one of the winners. All right, let's take a look now at week 2. So this was when I did the little gingerbread boy and fox based on the children's book, and I kind of sketched out that I wanted to do this scene. I knew I wanted to do or use the Over the Mountain stamp and die set. I was really excited about that new set. I feel like it's a set you could use with so many of your lawn fawn or non-lawn fawn stamps to create scenes if you're into that. And it doesn't have to be winter. So you could color these in a way that would make them more spring-like or fall even. So I think it's a cool stamp set, and I wanted to use it with my tiny gingerbread and make this scene based on the children's book where the fox eventually eats the gingerbread man when he tricks him and tries to tell him he's going to take him across the river. So here in the scene, I thought I was going to do like Mrs. Claus up here by the house. I thought she was in the tiny gingerbread set, but she's not. Now I'm super sad about that. But I put the gingerbread girl up here. And so then after chatting with you guys in the comments, it came to me that she's probably the one who saw what was happening down here and realized the demise that he was in. And she ran and got the car, and she's the one who saved him. And she outfoxed the fox. So that's card number 2, where they escape in the car and the fox is like, what just happened? And I love this. I have several videos out with the Car Critters set. It was my stamp set of the month once upon a time. So if you check out my Lawn Fawn playlist, you can see all the cool things I did with this car. So that is week number 2. The winner of this will appear across the bottom of the screen as well, in case you missed that. And again, I will be sending that out very soon. So there we are. Okay, let's move on to week number 3. Oh my word, all the glitter. This was all the glitter. Now, nowhere in my notes does it mention glitter. It just happened. Oh, here, glitter paper. Yeah, glitter paper. But the rest of the glitter just happened. But I knew I wanted to do pink on the house. I thought that would be fun. And I thought maybe it was going to be like pink and red. And then it just ended up being pastel colors when I started laying out my cardstock. So I wrote my colors down here so I could try to match them with different markers that I was coloring with. I knew I wanted to make my own paper to die cut my gingerbread houses using Distress Oxide inks, which I did. And let's bring those cards in so you can see them. I knew I wanted to do a reveal wheel because this tiny gingerbread set is kind of made for reveal wheel. So you can, you know, try to catch me and he's running and then, oh, he's eaten. So that I knew I wanted to do a reveal wheel right when I got this set. So it happened on week 3. And like I said, the glitter just kind of happened too. I brought out my diamond stickles and went to town, went to gingerbread town. Okay, that's not funny. Okay, so I brought in Winter Village to use behind there. I thought it would just be fun to have one house front and center and then have like a scene in the background. I also, when making the cart, added in these teeny tiny, if these are tiny, these are teeny tiny gingerbread from A Creature is Stirring stamp set, and they just look like they're farther back, and I loved that. And then when making the card, I also had the idea to have the gingerbread man running and jumping on the gumdrops. So I don't know, I think that's so cute. And then I did add a little scene on the inside on both of these. So cute. And what else? I used the Snowy Sky stencil again, which I did on the last cards. And I love this one embossed because it gives the snow a little bit of texture. Super cool. Anyway, so that is week 3's cards, and you can see how the sketch really helped me. You know, some of the things are a little different and some of the things remain the same, but it just helps me have a jumping off point. So winner of this, I believe, is my sister Scrapper. I will put that across the screen, and congratulations. Okay, let's move on to week 4. You can see I do sketches for all my other cards in here as well. All right, so this was the Tiny Gingerbread Snow Globes. Oh my word, these are my favorite cards, probably among the favorite that I have ever made. I originally had the idea to reuse this frame from the cards I made in the previous video, and so I did that, and I knew I wanted these to be removable, detachable, and I thought I was going to use some different clay bits in there, but I ended up just using excuse me, the little fallout pieces. This snow globe scene add-on die set for shakers has a bunch of dies that die cut out shaker bits. Plus this piece right here die cuts out shaker bits itself. So you can use it as a background and for shaker elements. It's super cool. So I did that and just a little bit of, what are they called? Diamond dust in there? Yeah, for the shakers. And I originally did want to have where the twine went behind here, so it wouldn't be seen, but it would still be seen. I couldn't hide it all the way. So then I was like, you know what? Let's just leave the twine out, and then it kind of gives a clue that these are detachable pieces, and maybe they'll think to pull them off. Maybe not. You might have to tell them. I have to write it on the inside. So I'm just so pleased with these. I love snow globes, and the snow globe add-on for Magic Iris is what finally got me to break it out and use it. I have to say the Magic Iris was very intimidating to me, and I was a little scared of it. I'm not gonna lie, but I decided once the Magic Iris Snow Globe add-on came out, that was it. I had to tackle it. So I pulled it out and made my first Magic Iris right here. Let me give you some behind the scenes info. I did have to cut out part of the video where I almost stuck the ring on the wrong part. And then the reason why I cut it out and didn't leave that in is because I feel like this is complicated enough that if I left my almost mistake in there, it would make it more confusing for you to recreate this. So that's why I cut it out, so that it was very easy to follow along with, hopefully. And maybe those of you that are like me and intimidated by this die set might give it a go. I think once you get the steps down, it's not as scary as it seems. You might have to watch the Lawn Fawn video or this video a few times when you make it. But once you make a few, I feel like you could probably get it down if you make a bunch of them. You know, it's one of those things you pick up on. So that is that. And I'm so proud of this card, and I really, truly cannot stop opening and closing it. It is so much fun. Now, I did add a shaker to it, so that added an extra layer, but now you know how to make it with and without that shaker if that's something you want to do. So those are the week 4 cards, and the winner of this card right here is appearing across the screen at this time. I believe her name is Hazel. So congratulations, Hazel. You won this card, and I will get it sent out to you as soon as possible. Okay, now we have a little bonus because I just couldn't stop. I had another idea I really, really wanted to do, and that was to recreate a card that was the second Christmas card I ever made. And it was a shaker card. It had a gingerbread house inside. So I wanted to recreate that card using this stamp set. So we're going to make this card together right now in this video. Let's get started. So I pulled out my sweet Christmas stamp set and stamped and created this gingerbread house that will be on the inside of my shaker. You can see the Copic markers I used to color that there. And now I just used a liner pen to draw in the little ground and my B00, which I threw the lid across the table for some reason. I just dropped it. And then for the sky, I have some Sea Breeze ink from Altenew that I'm putting in and around the house. And then I'm going to put some snow on this card. I have some white acrylic paint that I've watered down, and I'm going to splatter that all around and across and over this little gingerbread house. And I think it is my favorite thing about this card. It really looks so realistic. I love it. Okay, now for the fun part. We're bringing in Shrinky Dinks to create shaker elements for this card. So, oh my word, I was going to remember the name, but in the comments, you know who you are. We chatted about making Shrinky Dinks for a shaker, and I had this idea, and then she mentioned it, and so I was like, oh, now I have to do it. So I'm putting it in this card, which is a recreation of the second Christmas card I ever made. So I'm stamping these down with some black ink that is permanent ink. It's black licorice from Fun Stamper's Journey. I did heat set that really quickly and then colored it in with my Copic markers. Now I'm going to die cut these out with the coordinating dies, and then once they're die cut out, I like to use a little lid of a box, so if my Shrinky Dink escapes and gets blown around by my heat tool, it will stay within the box and not get lost forever. But these are adorable and the tiniest thing I've ever seen. Now, don't worry when you're coloring these if your coloring is absolutely perfect. When they shrink down, everything gets darker and more intensified. So take a look at those. Oh my word. I made 4 more, so I'd have a total of 8 of these Shrinky Dink shaker elements, and they are the cutest thing in America. That's where I live, so yeah. My friend Steph Williams, who lives in Australia, likes to make shaker bits with Shrinky Dinks as well. So you might want to check out her channel. It's World of Papercraft, WHIRLED, world, like whirling around. And she has 2 different videos where she makes shaker elements with Shrinky Dinks. So yeah, good times. I love them. All right, so now I just made my shaker window to put over the top of that, and it is fabulous. I used some little clay candies and some seed beads from my friend's Etsy shop. It's Craft Supplies by CC. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. And then I am taking some patterned paper, 2 different patterns, because I didn't have a full sheet of either one of these, so I decided to piece it together and then put some green glitter paper. Thank you, Jen Hartsgrove, if you're watching this, for the green glitter paper. You made my day. I love it. I'm going to cherish it. And now I'm coloring in all the little bits from Tiny Gingerbread and the Sweet Christmas set that I want to use on the outside of this card. Then I'm going to glue them into place and make a little scene on the outside of the shaker as well. Now, when I originally made this card, it was like 20 years ago. It was very simple. And I used actual candy sprinkles on the inside, which I do all the time still. It's like my favorite thing. But I wanted to try these Shrinky Dinks, so that's what went in today's card. I also stamped some peppermint candies and put those at the top just to help frame this out. And I think it is so cute and yummy. Now I have my sentiment. I'm embossing on some brown cardstock and using white powder, so that will match my frame, the brown on the frame. And once that is melted, I will trim it out and glue it to the bottom of this card. And then I have some of the half-eaten gingerbreads that I'm going to add around the sentiment, as well as the crumbs. You know, those cookie crumbs are like my favorite. And then I'll glue this down to my card base so it has a little red border all the way around. This card is so festive. It really, the colors I love. And then one more broken cookie on the inside, and that will, oh, and I did stamp, oh snap, on the inside. So I used every image from the Tiny Gingerbread stamp set on this card. Now there are gingerbread men in the Sweet Christmas set. They're bigger, and I just think these are like the perfect size to like actually live in that gingerbread house. So I don't know, it's fun to mix and match your sets and put them together, and that's the beauty of Lawn Fawn. Everything coordinates and goes together and makes me so happy. That is the bonus card for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now let's take a look at the December stamp set of the month. Da 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 da! It's the Winter Burrow stamp and die set. So if you watched a couple months ago, my stamp set of the month series was the Bunny Burrow stamp set. I believe it was September. And because of that, my life has kind of changed. Trinity Stamps really liked the things that I made, and we talked about me joining their design team. I was going to start in January, and then they needed somebody sooner, so I jumped right in and joined the Trinity Stamps team, and you already know that I'm in love with their things. They have such an amazing slimline collection, and the Bunny Burrow stamp set was the first stamp set I ever bought from them. I just thought it was so cute, that little burrow. Oh, so then they came out with this, and they sent this to me, and I was overjoyed. And a little note that with it, it was just so nice of them. So I got the coordinating die set, and I'm going to be getting this all put together, or you know, ready to use. And then I'll be making some cards in December with this. I'm going to have a little bit shorter stamp set of the month series just to take a little bit of time off for family, but you'll see plenty of videos from me in December, so don't worry about that. But I am greatly looking forward to making some Christmas creations with the Bunny Burrow set. It also goes with the Mouse House, which I use together, so I have lots of fun ideas with this, and I can't wait to share them with you in December. So stay tuned. In a couple of days, I'll be back with a card featuring this stamp and die set. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed this recap and the brand new bonus card. I have all the things listed and linked for you in the description box below, as well as links to all of the videos from this month's series, so you can check them out if you missed one. And I will be back again very soon. Remember, tomorrow is my 5K variety show. A thank you for each of you for subscribing to my channel. So make sure and tune in then. I will see you all again very soon. Happy stamping. Bye.